Next time on Environment Matters, teams of students from all across the state vie for the chance to represent West Virginia in this year's Envirothon. We'll check out the competition. That's next time on Environment Matters. Finally, we've seen how a problem in one part of a watershed can have impacts that can be felt many miles downstream. The DEP's Mike Huff takes a look at how one community is looking to have a positive impact on one of West Virginia's most scenic rivers.
As it winds and twists down the mountain, through clumps of mountain laurel, over rocks worn smooth by centuries of flowing water, Keeney Creek in Fayette County is the picture of a pristine mountain stream as it tumbles its way down to the New River. But looks can be deceiving, and it takes a microscope to actually see the extent of the problem. Unacceptable levels of bacteria, fecal coliform to be exact, has been a chronic problem for the area, and Keeney Creek was testing positive 96% of the time. High up in the watershed sits the town of Winona. The former coal camp is home to about 100 families, and finding a solution to manage the town's wastewater has been an ongoing challenge.
Just like water projects, sewer projects being more expensive, obviously takes more money, takes more funding, and it's very competitive, and it's harder to get today than it ever has been.
It's taken more than 10 years, but all the pieces finally fell into place. By leveraging federal, state, and local funds, the New Haven Public Service District closed on the financing from the DEP's Green Infrastructure Fund to complete the $3 million project.
It's not a traditional sewage system, not a traditional collection system and treatment system and discharge system. It's going to utilize many different types of engineering, to the simplest, a single septic tank in someone's yard, to several households being on one tank, and that the only thing will be going and collected is going to be the effluent residue, and they will have a process of these tanks themselves having a systematic pumping cycle, that they are clean and cycle, so that we are handling all of the waste without leaving any tracks. This is a hybrid process. We're putting together the technologies and blending systems that would make it work. I mean, ultimately that's the bottom line, is that the system works and it solves the problem of cleaning up the New River.
The processing plant will be built here on the outskirts of town, and if it works as well as its designers expect, it can become a model for other widely scattered rural communities where a traditional wastewater treatment system just isn't feasible.
We're finally going to see it happen, that we're looking to being able to go to bid this year and advertise this maybe in August. And so this time next year we could be looking at a near completion of a project. I mean, those things were exciting. The days of the way it was when I grew up, that all the sinks and the sewage ran out to the banks of the water, and that was the best place to dig fishing worms. Those days are long since gone, and I'm thankful that as we look about having trendy things, leave no tracks, leave no trace, that I'm seeing that the tracks that we're going to leave for future generations with this project are positive tracks, that they can see that we've came through there and we did something to make a difference, as opposed to the tracks that they're used to seeing.
In Fayette County, I'm Mike Huff for Environment Matters.
Construction on the project is expected to begin this coming November and should take about a year to complete. We leave you now along the Ohio River in Mason County, where the redbuds are in bloom. On behalf of all of us here at the West Virginia Department of Environmental Protection, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.